There's Georgia. Oh, so sleepy. It was hot. It is hot outside, so a couple of the kitties came in. She's taking her little siesta on the couch, huh? Yeah. Like your photo taken? Oh, what a rough life. Oh, what a rough life. And then we have her sister Chloe. Little Chloe in her cat cave. How you doing, Chloe? Can I get close? She's like, whatever, just leave me alone, I'm tired. She's doing good. She hasn't been coughing or sneezing today. So I think we're good to go. Maybe it was a summer cold. Huh? But she's acting normal. She's tuckered out. The heat has really been taking its toll on them, so they come in and sleep it off in the nice air conditioning. They're pretty smart about that. Pepper, on the other hand, he just stays outside. He's black. You would think he would absorb the heat, you know? I mean, but he must stay out in the weeds and woods or something. I don't know. But he's a young punk, so he can handle the heat. Not that these guys are old. There'll be 2 this fall, like October, November, something like that. They'll be 2 years old. Okay, Chloe, you're boring. But she loves her little cat cave. Ugh. I got Doctor Who on TV. I'm a Whovian. You're just so cute. Wash, wash, wash. They're very clean. Anywho, I'm gonna get off here. I gotta go, I have to go hang some laundry outside. They'll evaporate in no time. See you later. Georgia is after a fly. Are you after the fly? Get that fly in the window. It's up there. She does catch them too. Oh, there's 2 of them. There's one right up in the window. Get the fly. Get it. Oh man, flies are terrible right now. I don't know how they get in. I have everything closed up. The only thing I can think of is they come zipping in the door whenever we go in and out. My husband, such a goof, he's like, I think the flies come in on the cats. He says that about all the bugs that end up in the house. They came in on the cat. I don't think so. I always think she's just so cute. Get it, George. Whoop. Get it, George. Get the fly. Oh, it buzzed right around you there, Georgie. It's right at your butt now. Oh, thanks. You just knocked my candle over. The flies are still there. I guess she gave up. Ugh. I hate flies. I hate them. There's my little Pepper, my little feral boy. He's made himself quite at home. He's quite affectionate. He gets startled easily at times. We still can't hold him, but he comes up and lays against us. He's not really on the lap yet, but he's made such huge strides. I mean, when he first came here, he would just hide underneath our deck here. We had to use a have-a-heart trap. It was in January, and it was getting really cold out, and that's when we discovered him, and he wouldn't come to us at all. So we borrowed a have-a-heart trap, and within like literally 2 minutes after setting it out here with some food, we trapped him and took him in. But he was so terrified out of his mind. He He just hid underneath the cabinet, um, the kitchen chairs. You know, he would just run from us constantly. He was in a constant state of panic. And it was just horrible. I felt so bad for him. But he was smart. I mean, we pointed him to we kind of showed him the litter box the best we could, and he used it right away. Well, not right away, but he used it without any coaxing, and he knew where the food dish was, so he knew where the food and the litter box was, and he's never been a problem with that. He's not destructive in any way. He pretty much gets along with the other cats. He kind of just stays out of the way, but he does mingle with them, but he's also kind of cautious. But he gets in his playful moods and tries to play and everything, but he's such a nice cat. And he's not even a year old yet. And he's getting to be a big boy. And George is under the table. You can see her tail. Hey, Georgie, where's the rest of you? No? And then we have Chloe. Where'd you go, Chloe? You're underneath my swing here somewhere. I see part of you. Huh? Where are you? There you are. Hey, Jojo. No, you're Chloe. Duh, you're Chloe, and I can't. There you are. Hi, Chloe. Hello, Chloe. It's kind of like, kids, when you're calling their names, if you have more than one, you kind of go through the list. I go through that with my cats. It's like, hey, Nutmeg, no, no, Chloe, no, Georgia, no, Suki. Go through a list of 5 here. 3 of them up here with me right now. I can't remember if Nutmeg is... Oh, speaking of the devil, there he is. I was just wondering, I couldn't remember if he was in or out. There's the big boy of the bunch. He's our senior boy. Huh? Are you a senior citizen now? Huh? Hi, big beautiful boy, you. He's gonna be 9. A big old man. Been through a lot in his life, huh? All of our kitty cats, except for the sisters, have been drop-offs. Georgia and Chloe are sisters. You can see her back in there somewhere. Where'd she go? I don't know, she's back there somewhere. There she is. Anyways, they're the only ones that we actually got from some private owners. Their cat had a litter of kittens, and Ken decided to bring them home one day, unbeknownst to me. And they've turned out to be really nice cats, but all the other cats throughout the years have been drop-offs. Usually an average of 1 a year. Sometimes we find homes for them, and sometimes we keep them, like these guys. And we've lost a few, of course, which is always sad. But, Pepper here is our first feral cat. As you can see, he gets a little skittish. When outside here, when I try to get near him, he's just skittish for some reason. I don't know what it is. He's better than he was, but he's still in flight mode a lot of times. But Pepper, kitty boy, typical cat. We'll ignore you. Here's our garden, and I tell you what, the rain has really done wonders. We've had a couple good rain showers the past few days during the night, and my tomatoes have exploded, as you can see. I mean, it just seems like yesterday that there were these tiny little things, and my peppers are doing well. There's more tomatoes down there, and the critters have not been touching the zucchini. The zucchini's the row on the right, and the ones that they did chew down, they're starting to get new leaves on them. So that's good. I'm glad I didn't rip them up because there's a good chance that they could survive and I'll get some zucchini on them. So I'm leaving them alone. And they haven't touched the yellow squash on the left there. The rain has done wonders for the plants, but it also has caused weeds to pop up. So I'm going to have to get out here with the tiller, possibly this evening. Don't really feel like it. But, hey George, what you doing out here, George? You gotta keep the critters out of my garden. But I don't even see any footprints. Then again, the rain showers could have destroyed the footprints if there was anything in here. But thankfully, nothing's disturbing anything right now. And I got lots of blossoms on my tomatoes. Peppers are doing well. I'm happy. I didn't plant as much this year. I couldn't think of anything else that I really wanted or needed. I don't need any green beans. I still have probably 50 quart of green beans in my pantry. So, and lettuce, I can't, there's only so much salad I can eat and so much that I can give away. So, I decided to forget about that. So anyways, I shall talk to you guys later. Okay, I'm going to finish this up. Ken's on his way home and it's only after 7 o'clock in the evening. Yes. Well, he's not on his way home right now. He's on his way back to the warehouse from New York, but he should be home about 8:30 at the latest. So, yay! His day went well for a change after yesterday. I can't remember. I think I did tell you. Did I tell you the tale of his fiasco? I think I told you about the fiasco with them rejecting a trailer and chasing him off the lot and all that. Crazy. And he was fearful when he went in today that they were going to give him a hard time or, you know, blame him or something, you know. But they didn't. Everything was perfectly normal. He just, a couple of drivers asked him about it, and he was telling them about it, and so far they're all in support of him because he did nothing wrong. If perchance something would come up, you know. But thankfully he didn't have to go back down there today. He was gonna say, no, I'm not going down there unless you get it straight with these people that I am dropping hook and or set up a system to clean those trailers out the way they're supposed to be. But anyhow, everything's fine on that. I actually wrote notes down because I get so off track and I sit here, okay, what else? So I made little notes of what to talk about in my closing remarks of the day. So that's good. You know, everything's cool at work. He didn't get into trouble, which he shouldn't. There's no way. Let's see. The car repairs. I took his car to get that wheel wobble checked out and his AC checked. And it turns out the wheel problem, at first they thought it was just the spare tire rack in the back. And it was really loose, so that explains most of the clunking noise we heard when we go over bumps. It was just boop, 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 boop. It was loose, so they tightened that down, and that's fine. The wheel did not wobble when they had it up on the rack. Something about the tension of the suspension when it was suspended in air, it caused tension, and so the wheel didn't move, you know, wobble at all. When they put it down on the ground, when they thought about it, I was like, well, maybe we should check it while it's on the ground. And sure enough, they could wobble it as it was on the ground. You would think it would be the opposite, but just the way the tension works. Excuse me. So they had to get this, I have the name of it on the receipt. It's a Watts Link bell crank. You know what that is, right? Everybody knows what a Watts Link bell crank is. I don't even know. It has to do with the suspension. That's all I know. And it wasn't a safety thing, really. The tire wasn't going to fall off, but it wiggled, you know. This phone is irritating. It keeps shutting off. Anyhow, I think it's telling me something. You're too long-winded. Shut up. Anyways, so they figured that out, and they had the part in stock, amazingly, at the auto parts store up the street. So they got that down there and fixed it. They replaced it. It was a bushing inside of that thing that was worn, and you can't just get that little part that's part of the other part, you know. No, that's too easy. You have to buy the entire thing. It wasn't too bad though. It was affordable. And then the air conditioning, they think it might be a dryer, or there's something in the dash. It's something that's up in the I can't remember what it is. But they're not really sure. They did a dye test. There's no, they can't really see any leaks, but it was half empty. So they filled it up all the way, you know, they evac'd it and then filled it back up. They got the dye in there and stuff, and they said bring it back in a week and they'll test it again for free. And it's blowing nice and cold now, but if it is that, whatever it is in the dash area, they would have to tear the entire dash out, which is like an all-day event. Therefore, cha-ching, lots of money. The part itself is probably 20 bucks or something, but it's all that labor. So we're trying not to sink much more money into the car. The car's great overall. The body's in excellent condition for a 2001. Everybody's amazed at the underneath. You know, the body is solid as can be. The interior is practically immaculate. The engine is fine. Everything. It's a great car. But it's just all these other issues, you know. He loves his car, but it has over 200,000 miles on it. It's a standard, which he kind of likes. I know how to drive a standard, it's not a problem, but give me an automatic. So we're looking for a more economical car as far as like gas, because he has to drive 30 miles each way to and from work. And it would be nice to find something that he could pretty much, you know, just use a gallon a day or something like that, instead of, you know, half a gallon, 2 gallons a day. Not that it's terrible, but when you drive a long distance, you know, like that, it just would be nicer to have something that uses less gas. So we're looking for a smaller car. So there's that. Yeah, we're going to be hunting for a car. I hate car shopping. I just hate it. But we'll deal with it. Flies. I loathe flies. They're everywhere right now. They're invading my home, and I do not like it. It is fly season. They just all of a sudden today, we have had maybe 1 or 2 since the weather's gotten nice, you know. Not that big of a deal. But today it's like for every 1 I kill, 10 more show up. So I hate using the fly swatter, but I do. But this sounds weird. This will sound weird. But I find I can get more flies with the attachment on my vacuum than I can with a fly swatter, because they hang around the windows. So I use my hose attachment from my vacuum, and I vacuum those suckers up. It works great. But, you know, then more materialize, and I can't, you know, it's kind of inconvenient breaking out the vacuum all the time. So, but when I just ran the vacuum through the house and there was all these flies in the windows, you know, buzzing around, so I just sucked those things up. There's still one or two, but it's not crazy like it was earlier with all these flies. They must just come in when we open up the door. Ken blames the cats. No, I don't think it's the cats. If anything, the cats help kill them. They're pretty good fly hunters, actually, when they're in, but they're out more than in these days. So they're my bug hunters, if anything. Yeah, they just love chasing bugs around and stuff, inside and outside. But anywho, I blabbed on enough, and I got to get supper going. It's just going to be cheeseburgers tonight, because I wasn't expecting to be gone as long as I was, and I was dashing around this morning to get to the garage, so I forgot to take out some meat to cook for tonight. And by the time I remembered, it was kind of late, and I was gone for, you know, hours. So by the time I got it out, it hasn't thawed enough to do anything with. So we're getting cheeseburgers. I make patties. I buy that tube burger, you know, them big long tubes, and I slice it up, and it makes awesome, nice round burgers. So I just take them right out of the freezer as they're frozen, throw them in the pan, and cook them up real good, and add some cheese, and we're good to go. So I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I hope you've had a great Friday. I'll probably vlog again tomorrow. Don't know what about, but something always happens. There's always something a little bit entertaining. Most of my stuff is pretty boring, but once in a while there's interesting stuff, unexpected stuff that happens, so hopefully. Alrighty, we shall talk to you later, and have a great night, everybody.